Throughout history, man has associated gemstones with power, mysticism, and immense beauty. Today, these wondrous creations of nature will more often than not end up on bespoke jewelry adorning the bodies of the rich and famous. Contemporary jewelry has many varieties of colored gemstones inset, some of which have a history and story in themselves. We examine the process of extraction of these stones from the very earth which created them. Sri Lanka is one of the top 5 gem-bearing nations in the world. The island, geologically speaking, is an old one, with 90% of rock coming from the Precambrian age. The central high-grade metamorphic terrain is the source for nearly all gem formations in Sri Lanka. The highland complex has metamorphic, sedimentary, and magmatic deposits, of which the sedimentary deposits are the most important. The sedimentary gem deposits are found in relatively shallow and thin layers of gravel and sand, locally referred to as illam in alluvial plains and even montane areas. The mineralogy of gem deposits varies, and corundum, moonstone, chrysoberyl, spinel, topaz, zircon, tourmaline, amethyst, aquamarine, and garnet are some of the varieties. Marco Polo, the Venetian trader and explorer, wrote of a gem, a flawless ruby, a span long and thick as a man's arm. It was said among Indian travelers of the 6th century of a ruby the size of a large pine cone that was at the pinnacle of a dagobah, which when the sun's rays struck was an incomparable spectacle. The mining town and epicenter of all activities pertaining to gemming in Sri Lanka is the town of Ratnapura, around 100 kilometers from the capital of Colombo. While the country was affectionately known as Rathnadeepa, Ratnapura, literally translated, means City of Gems. The gemming is normally carried out as small-scale gem pits, large-scale mining operations, and the washing of gravel in streams to reveal the stones. Mining for gems has always been steeped in ritual and tradition. There is an auspicious time for every aspect of the process, and this is followed even today. The Pahan Bata, or sentinel lamps, are set in 4 corners of the plot guarding the land. Chanting of Buddhist scriptures will accompany this, and cutting of the first saw. It's also an invocation to the gods to protect the workers from any harm which they may befall. The smaller mines are dug and excavated by hand, a grueling and arduous task. Once the pit is dug, the process is to extract water, using one half and the other half for extraction of gravel. Wooden scaffolding and shoring is set up to stop the pit from caving in. In very deep mines, air needs to be pumped in to prevent asphyxiation. The gravel brought up is then washed and sorted for any precious stones that may be present. The workers are generally involved in a profit-sharing basis with the mine owner. Very large-scale mines can also be seen in the area. These would use larger devices such as backhoes or dredgers to excavate soil, along with large-scale washing of the gravel using automated washing table. The third type is scouring of river beds, where the gravel is sieved and washed to loosen the mud. The small stones are then sorted, which would reveal any gemstones. Sri Lanka is renowned for several outstanding discoveries, including the Star of India, the Bluebell of Asia, and Logan Blue Sapphire. As these workers toil in very difficult conditions, the insatiable appetite for high-end jewelry adorned with precious gems continues. More unique discoveries of precious stones from Sri Lanka are bound to be revealed to the world in the future.